Welcome back to the FlipNerd.com REI Classroom, where experts from across the real estate investing industry teach you quick lessons to take your business to the next level. And now, let's meet today's expert host.
Hey, my name is Andy McFarland. I want to welcome you guys to the REI Classroom. And today, we're going to cover a super important topic. In fact, the topic is so important that if you can do this and master this, I dare say that you will elevate yourself above 90% of other real estate investors out there, because you can do this one simple thing if you learn how to do it well. Okay, you ready for this? Ready for what it is? It's how to build rapport with sellers.
If you're an active real estate investor already doing deals and looking to double or triple your business, you should consider joining the Investor Fuel Real Estate Investor Mastermind. We're a small group of investors that share our best practices, tips, and tricks with one another in an effort to all win. We limit our membership to only 1 to 2 members per market, so everyone shares their knowledge, tips, and tricks openly and honestly. Our members include some buying 1 to 2 houses a month, up to some of the most respected investors and leaders in the real estate investing industry, some of which have personally done over 1,000 deals. If you'd like to be considered for our invitation-only world-class mastermind, please visit investorfuel.com to request your personal invitation. Our next meeting is coming up quickly. Go to investorfuel.com now to learn more.
If you're working with a lot of private sellers, this is incredibly important to get a rapport with them. And I know you've probably heard this from a lot of different people. Yeah, I got to get a rapport. Yeah, I got to get a rapport. Let's talk about exactly how you do that, okay? Here's what I do. When I go work with private sellers, I do all my research before I get in there. I know about the property. I know about what I consider the condition, the comparables, and all that stuff. I can do that so I can set that aside for the time that I'm there with the private sellers and focus directly on them. Now, I'm going to that situation generally pretty cold. So I walk in there. The first thing I try to do is I try to relate with them. I try to get them to relax. You can kind of tell when somebody's rapport with you. But here's the key thing to do to get a rapport with somebody. See these things right here? Your ears, you got 2 of them. You got 1 of these. So work appropriately, right? Listen twice as much as you talk. When you go to those sellers, ask them open-ended questions and listen to their answers. And when you do this, this is serving 2 purposes. 1, you're going to be getting in rapport with people because people like to talk about themselves, okay? And 2, you're going to be understanding them. You're going to be hearing their situation and be able to process all this information about them, okay? So listen to the people. And here's how you listen. Active listening. When you go into a seller and you say, and you ask them a question and they respond to you, don't just jump to another topic, right? Just for the sake of like asking another question. Ask a follow-up question. If you say, hey, Bob, what do you do for a living? And he says, I'm a mechanic. Don't just jump in and say, okay, well, what's your favorite color, right? If Bob says he's a mechanic, say, are you serious? Like, what type of stuff do you work on? Do you work on like trucks? Is it like airplanes? You see, I was interested in him. Well, he's going to say, well, no, I actually work on diesel trucks. If you ask another follow-up question, wow, diesel trucks. That's amazing. That must be harder than doing other things, right? You follow up with another question. The first time he asked the question, he thought, this guy doesn't care. He shot an answer back. As soon as you took his answer, listened to it, asked a follow-up question, he recognized, well, this guy actually might care. And the third time you do it, he's really going to say, this guy cares about me, and he might open up, okay? Now, when you do that, you start asking specific questions and digging a little deeper and listening and showing you care. They're going to start to think, wow, there's something different about this person. They care about me. And they're going to open up to you more. And that's what's called getting in rapport. Now, you can ask questions like that. What's your job? How's your family like? What do you like to do for fun? You can do those things to get in rapport with them. And then also you start shifting it towards the property and why you're there. They'll start telling you things, and you'll start breaking down those barriers, and they'll start telling you things that they're thinking, well, I shouldn't be telling you this, but here's exactly what's going on. Because they'll feel like they're friendly with you. They're in rapport with you. So listen twice as much as you talk. And after you leave this situation, I've left hundreds of situations like this with that same seller. And after that, I know that seller, if somebody went in there afterwards and said, hey, that guy that was just here, what do you think about him? They would say, I like that guy. He's a really nice guy, he cares about me, and I would definitely do business with him. But then if you ask them, what's his name? Is he married? What does he do for fun? They wouldn't be able to tell you any of that because you didn't necessarily share that because you were listening to them, giving them an audience, and then they were answering your questions and things. So that's the key. Listen to somebody, give them an audience, show that you really care. They'll get a rapport with you, and they'll trust you, and you'll be able to do business. And as soon as you do that, they'll tell you what their issues are, they'll tell you what their problems are, and you'll be able to solve them at that point. So that is the number one thing that will raise you above 90% of the other investors out there is you will listen and you will care. And when you do that genuinely, you will be able to hear the true concerns. You'll be able to resolve those concerns, and you'll be able to buy those properties from those sellers, and they'll love you for it. So that's another tip that if you do that, I promise you, you will do more deals than 90% of investors out there, and you will do great deals.
If you're an active real estate investor already doing deals and looking to double or triple your business, you should consider joining the Investor Fuel Real Estate Investor Mastermind. We're a small group of investors that share our best practices, tips, and tricks with one another in an effort to all win. Real estate investing can be a lonely business for successful real estate investors, but it doesn't have to be. Investor Fuel members meet 4 times a year, but we talk to each other 365 days a year, and we focus on improving the profitability of our businesses, improving the quality of our lives. That's why we do this, right? And making an impact on those around us so we can truly leave a legacy. We limit our membership to only 1 to 2 members per market, so everyone shares their knowledge, tips, and tricks openly and honestly. Our members include some buying 1 to 2 houses a month, up to some of the most respected investors and leaders in the real estate investing industry, some of which have personally done over 1,000 deals. If you'd like to be considered for our invitation-only world-class mastermind, please visit investorfuel.com to request your personal invitation. Our next meeting is coming up quickly. Go to investorfuel.com now to learn more. Please note, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in this program do not necessarily reflect those of flipnerd.com or any of its partners, advertisers, or affiliates. Please consult professionals before making any investment or tax decisions, as real estate investing can be risky. Are you a member yet of flipnerd.com, the hottest real estate investing social community online? If not, you can join for free in less than 30 seconds and get access to hundreds of off-market deals, vendors in your market to help you in your business. And you can start networking with thousands of other investors just like you. Get your free account now at flipnerd.com. Please check out the Flipnerd family of real estate investing shows, where you can access hundreds of expert interviews, quick tips, and lessons from leaders across the real estate investing industry. They're available at flipnerd.com/shows, or simply search for Flipnerd in the iTunes store.